YouTubers, Mike Martins here, Mike Martins channel. Just want to make a quick vid for you guys. Travel restrictions. I've been thinking about this. I was actually thinking about this in the shower. That when my kids, my kids are, they're babies, but when they get big, I have a feeling it's going to be very, very hard for them to travel. And I'm not talking about jumping on the bus to go downtown to see grandma. I'm talking about, like, it's going to get expensive. Expensive. No doubt about the word there. They're going to blame it on the price of oil and fuel and the global crisis and the tensions on oil and blah, blah, blah. But you know what, guys? And I honestly think they're going to make it harder and harder for people to cross borders. But they're saying, well, like, people are, you know, illegally, yes. Illegally coming in, yes. But actually going through the road, like legally going through borders and stuff, I think it's gonna be very hard. Some countries will be open and stuff, like for vacation and stuff, and you're gonna start seeing in the next couple of years a lot of countries restricting stays from 90 to 60 days and 30 days. They're already doing where if you're collecting a pension in your country, a pension, you work for it, but you're in Florida somewhere or you're in another country enjoying the nice weather, they'll actually cut your pension if you don't come back and spend it in Canada. So there's a lot of things going. You know, a lot of people's dream back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s growing up, a lot of my friends too, we said, you know, when we get 50, 60, or whenever we retire, man, I can't wait. I wanna move to Palm Springs. I wanna move to Hawaii. I wanna go to Thailand. You know, Tahiti. There's a lot of places I wanna be. You know, nice warm weather and stuff like that. That's a lot of people's dream, right? That's my dream. But luckily, my wife's Filipina and she owns land there, and you know, I don't care if I don't be. You know, I don't care if I'm entitled to anything there. I just want to enjoy my life because I'm renting time on this earth, and I want to enjoy it. So, restricted travels. I see border crossings being very heavily harassed. People being very heavily harassed. And basically, well, we don't have to let you in our country if you have a problem with the way I'm talking to you. So harassment. It's going to be tough for people to get themselves in. You guys are going to see a very, very interesting turn of events, a very interesting turnabout, a very interesting next 5 years. Yes, they're gonna raise the price on flights. Okay, they're going to raise the price. Oh, but because the cost of fuel. Yeah, they're going to keep blaming everything. But guys, please don't forget the oil crash in 2014, 2015, when oil went from $120 a barrel to $35 a barrel. Don't forget that, because the price of gas went skyrocketing once the price of oil went down. So now they're going to blame again. Oh, yeah, but the price of fuel's going up, so we got to raise the price of gas. That's a lie. It's when the price of oil goes down, the price of gas goes up. People don't understand that. Oil goes up, the country's profiting. The citizens don't profit. The citizens are not selling oil on the... Well, I mean, people that own, like myself, that own stocks in the company, that's fine. Jeez Louise. Anyways, like I was saying, I think it's going to be, people will be prohibited and stuff, and then they're going to find ways to not let you into other countries. And then some countries now, if you have a criminal record, they don't even want you in their country. So they're like, oh, you have a criminal record for, for, like, marijuana. Remember the whole marijuana thing? I read the article for you guys, how people who have had, purchased marijuana now that it's becoming legal and stuff, or people that are in the... even own stocks in marijuana and stuff, and then they're giving them a hard time at the border. It's like, I own stocks in marijuana companies. It's because it's regulated and it's on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Like, what am I doing that's so wrong that's going to prevent me from coming into a country? So we need to figure something out. I think travel is going to be huge. I think once travel I think, you know what, you know how people are now massaged into believing that, oh, you can't afford a house. House is not for you. But I work 2 jobs. Yeah, but you can't afford a house.
How can I help you?
Hi, can I get a large coffee with 1 cream?
Okay.
Thank you.
See you at the window.
Yeah. So, I don't know if this makes sense to you guys, but I see that happening. I honestly, wholeheartedly, that's Steve the Plumber's favorite line. See that happening. That it's gonna become, because the housing, you got the housing, right? So people are already massaged into believing that they need to rent for life.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you, my brother?
I'm good, thank you.
Tap, 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 tap.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And
Happy Saturday.
Yeah.
So, okay, so let's go over this again. Housing. Everyone's already agreed, yeah, you know, housing is pretty much for rich people only. So the youth and the younger people and people being born right now, today, are already massaged into believing that, you know, no, you can't own your house, silly. Don't be silly. It's only for rich people. So they actually believe that as they move forward, right? Same thing with whatchamacallit, cars. I remember I made a video about this like maybe 5 years ago. There was some girls on the elevator when I was living in downtown Vancouver. A couple of girls got on, and they're talking about, oh, I know, yeah, it doesn't matter. I already know I can never afford to buy a car. Like, buying a car is out of reach. And, you know, I love to travel and visit my mom out of province. But it'd be nice to have my own car. But you know what? I'm not going to bother because it's not worth it, because I just can't afford to own a car. And she works as a legal assistant. Like I found out. So people are already massaged to believing that they can own a car. Cars are like, you know, to depend on the public transit. Okay. Now, I have a feeling like they're going to start hitting things like shipping. Shipping's expensive. Like I sell on eBay, you guys know that, right? And shipping things out is phenomenally expensive. It's so expensive that a lot of people gave up working from home because basically the government targeted shipping. I think they're going to keep hitting shipping to help the GDP. So what they're going to do to help the country's GDP is because student loans became federal, they're going to raise the interest rates on student loans, and they're going to raise the price on shipping, and they're going to start raising the price on public transit, and they're going to start raising the price on things people depend on. And that's just how they're going to help the economy grow. And then it's going to be based off of fast foods and menial service industries, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the people, like the smart people, the doctors, the doctors, the surgeons, plastic surgeons, engineers, and all that, they're all going to the States. You know, a lot of them rather take a cut in pay and afford to live than make more money here and have nothing. So that's what's happening. So I see them attacking shipping, student loan. I see they're going to raise interest rates, of course, right across the board. And when they raise interest rates, a lot of people are forgetting, okay, it's going to hurt consumer spending and stuff because people's interest rates on their credit cards will go up, but it's going to hurt small business that took out loans. See, a lot of people aren't looking at the loans that small businesses took out and how when those rates go up, they're going to be hammered, especially if they took a HELOC or a line of credit from their house and they used it to open a business. They might have to lay somebody off because it's going to cost a lot more money to service that debt. So you see where we're going with this. So I see cross-border travel to almost any country. They're going to start making it, oh, you did this to us? Well, if you want to come to our country, you need to have this, this, and this. And then Honduras turns around and says, you want to come here? Then screw you. We don't want you here. If you want to here, you have to be married to a woman for 10 years. And then Brazil says, oh no, you want to come to Brazil? If you're doing this to us, your country, then we're going to do this and this and this, and then you can't come in here either. So I see it turning into somewhat of a gong show, and yeah, like travel is one of the last bastions of freedom that we have as human beings. Travel is kind of the last, you know, pick up and go type of thing, and explore the world. I don't know, guys. I want to know what you guys think. Have you had problems at the border? If you did, let me know. Have you had problems crossing the border? Because when I crossed, the last time I went to the United States was quite a few years back. It was actually like 5-6 years ago, and I never went back. Because the last time I went through the United States border, they strip searched me. Oh, yeah. For no reason. But they let me through. Because, I mean, they wouldn't let me through if I obviously they thought of something about me or thought something wrong about me. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button.